This is Ponder Darling, my busted heart, and lately it has occurred to me that this has all been one long goodbye. And here's what I mean. I started this channel because after Jefferson left me, he said to me that my trying to talk about what happened was just driving him away. And so I couldn't talk to him about it. And I needed to talk. I desperately needed to process it. And so I made this channel so that I could talk and process it and really like grasp what was going on by, talking it out. And it worked. It has helped me with clarity more than I can even say. Even though, there's not a lot of people listening, it doesn't really matter, because it was never about becoming popular. It was about needing to talk, and also realizing that there were other people out there that were probably experiencing the same thing as me, and if it resonated with someone and they could realize they're not alone, then that was a good thing. And I found other channels of people who also needed to talk. And it was very healing. But the hardest part of all of this has not been figuring it out. The hardest part, because I figured it out. I mean, I figured it out pretty quickly after, after it all completely fell apart. I figured it out. I mean, I pretty much figured it out that day that he decided to go with the new supply and not be with me. I figured out what he was doing and what he had done and had planned it. And I always knew deep down inside that what he was doing was really unkind. And I knew that even though he didn't put his hands on me, and even though he didn't call me names, the things that he was doing to me were abusive. And I just couldn't walk away. And so, it was a blessing to me that he walked away. It was a huge blessing. And I knew it up here. But down here, there's that profound connection. I mean, in my early videos, I talk about him as the love of my life. I really felt that he was my soulmate. I felt like, we were meant to be together. There was nobody, not just how he was for me, but how I am for him, that nobody can take my place. And so it didn't make any sense. It was very, very hard to really grasp that there was no way to work this out, that it was, it was the end forever. And that I had no control over it. I have no choice. He wants me to leave him alone. I'm not a stalker. So, I mean, when I went to get my car, I didn't even go up on his property. I had my friend go up on his property and drive my car off his property. And like I've said, I did at one point stupidly break no contact, but at this point we're not. It didn't matter anyway. But at this point I don't, I have no contact with him. I don't even know his phone number. And he's not, he's gone. He's gone. He's not, he's, so today I saw this fantastic video by this this coach that I just like deeply admire, and I'm gonna post it in the comments. But basically, I needed it. And it's about connecting your head and your heart. Well, he talks about how you can't always follow your heart. And certainly if I followed my heart at this point, I would just always leave a space for him. He would be there. He would always be there. And it's not healthy. It's not right. So I have to find a way to communicate that logic with my heart. And at the end of the video, he gives an exercise. And I tried it, and I probably am going to do it again, because my heart is very, very stubborn in this case. There's a lot. I can cut the cords, and I can say affirmations, and I can do no contact like a boss. But in the end, no matter how much I try to turn away and walk away, that is still there. And I think all of this has been about trying to get that to at least be manageable, to the point where I can move on to the next place in my journey. And I know I've said it so many times, but I really appreciate, anyone who takes the time to watch this. Thanks.